Hi Novel, how it's going?
Hey Irfan, I'm good. How about you?
I'm good too, boy. I'm good too. By the way, I just learned about how to ask for things politely. It's really interesting.
Oh, really? I'm curious. Can you explain it into me?
Sure. So first of all, we need to understand that asking is not just about the words we say, but also how we say. For example, we need to use words that show respect, and don't forget to say please or call you.
Oh, so it's not just saying, give me water, right?
Actually, if you say it that way, it can sound rude. It's better to say, could you please give me water? Or, may I have some water please?
Ah, I see. So the key is to choose the right words to make the other person feel respect, right?
Actually, and what's even more important is that we need to pay attention to the situation. For example, if you are asking something from a boss at work, your request should be more formal and respectful.
Right. That makes sense. Alright, let me try it out. If I want to borrow a pencil from you, what would be the polite way to ask?
Could say, Irfan, could you please lend me a pencil? Or, excuse me, Irfan, may I borrow your pencil for a moment?
Irfan, could you please lend me a pencil? I think I'm getting it now.
That's great, Nopal. You should also use a friendly facial expression and a polite tone so that the other person feels comfortable when you are making a request.
So if I go to the office and want to ask something about work, I should use the same kind of polite language, right?
Actually, for example, you could say, excuse me, Mr. Novel, could you please explain this text in more detail? Or, excuse me, Mr. Novel, may I ask for your help for a moment?
Wow, that sounds a lot more formal and polite. I'm sure the person you are talking to will feel respect.
Yeah, even though you're asking for something, if you ask politely, the other person will be more comfortable helping you.
Got it, got it, got it. Now, what if I want to ask for something bigger, like taking time off at work?
How
How
so?
should I ask for that?
For something like that, you could say me, Mr. or Miss, boss name. Would it possible to discuss my time of request? I'd like to take leap on that. And don't forget to explain your reason fully.
Oh, so I should explain it clearly and not just ask without a reason.
Actually, it's important to explain your reason so the other person understands, and also make sure to thank them afterward. Like, thank you so much for your time and consideration.
So asking for something is more of an art. Huh. It's not just about saying things off the cuff.
Yes, actually, using politely language makes communication smoother, and it helps build better relationship.
Thanks so much, Irfan. I'm starting to understand it now. I'll be more careful when making requests.
You're welcome, Novel. I hope these tips help. Remember, asking politely is really important.
Of course, thanks Irfan. I'll feel more confident in my communication now.
I hope everyone watching this video can also learn how to ask politely.
And remember, always use kind words and don't hesitate to ask with respect.
Thanks for the watching.
Thank you.
Ah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Irfan Hilman Pangestu. Student ID number 192400036. I'm from PSI Kaliabang campus. Here I will present with material infinitive. Okay, let's go. What is an infinitive? An infinitive is the base form of a verb that has not been conjugated. In English, an infinitive is usually preceded by the word to, followed by the base form of the word of the verb. Example: to eat, to play, to study. Use of infinitive. Infinitive are used in several situations such as the subject of a sentence. Example: to learn English is important. After adjective. Example: it's easy to learn. After nouns. Examples: she has a plan to travel. To express purpose or goal. Example: he works hard to earn money. Infinitive without to, bare infinitive. Some verbs are followed by the infinitive, such as want, need, decide, hope, promise. Examples: I want to go to the party. She decided to study board. Infinitive after specific verbs. In certain situations, the infinitive is used without to, usually after specific verbs such as modals, can, called, will, it is, let, make. Example: I can swim. She made him cry. Difference between infinitive and gerund. Infinitive to plus verb and gerund verb plus ing have different use. Infinitive usually indicates purpose or intention. Gerund usually indicated activity or habit. Example: I prefer to read. Infinitive focusing on the intention. I prefer reading. Gerund focusing on the habit activity. Common mistake with infinitive. Using the infinitive after a verb that does not recur it. Wrong. She hopes to go swimming. Correct. She hopes going swimming. Omitting to after some verbs that recur the infinitive. Wrong. I will help you carry your bag. Correct. I will help you to carry your bag. Conclusion: infinitive is the base form of a verb preceded by to. It is used in various contexts, such as after specific verbs for purpose or after adjectives and nouns. Understanding the difference between infinitive and gerund is important to avoid mistakes. Okay, thank you for all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.